The word terroir is used everywhere when you're talking about wine. You hear it in restaurants, during tastings, in bottle descriptions, but every often it remains a vague of mysterious word. A vague, almost mysterious word. Today I want to explain what terroir really means, because terroir is not just the soil under the vines, it's much more than that. It's the combination of natural and human factors that make the wine exactly what it is, and not something else. Let's start here. Terroir is not only about the soil. Of course, the soil matters a lot. Clay, sandstones, limestone, galestro, all of these influence how the vine grows and how the grape ripens. But if terroir were only soil, then we could simply copy the right ground and make identical wine everywhere. And that never happens, because terroir is a system, not a single element. Another fundamental part of the terroir is the climate. Rain, sunlight, wind, temperature different between day and night. Even few degrees can completely change what ends up in the glass. A warmer vintage leads to a riper vines, while a cooler creates more tense and vibrant vines. And this happens even in the same exactly vineyard, year after year. Terroir is never fixed, it changes over time. The position of the vineyard is also part of the terroir. Sun exposure, altitude, slope of the land. A south-facing vineyard receives more sunlight than a north-facing one. A higher vineyard has cooler nights than one of the plains. All these details influence the grape, quietly but decisively. And that's why two vineyards very close to each other can produce completely different wines. Here is the part that is often forgotten. Terroir is not only nature, it also includes people. Are just as much a part of terroir as soil or climate. How vines are produced, how vines are pruned, and when the harvest happens, how the land is worked, how much intervention there is, or how much nature it's allowed to do his thing. All of these ends up in the vines, and two different people in the same place can create different wines, because they interpreted the terroir in different ways. This is the key point. Terroir cannot be replicated. You can plant the same grape variety, use the same techniques, studying the same manual, but you can never be able to copy the combination of factors that make a place unique. That's why certain wines exist only there and now here else. Not because they are better, but because they are deeply connected to that place. Understanding terroir also changes the way you drink wine. You stop asking only whether a wine is good and start asking what it is telling you, where it comes from, what type of climate shaped it, and what kind of hand is behind it. You drink with more curiosity, more awareness, and you being appreciate different instead of always looking for the same flavor. Terroir is not a complicated word. It is simply the story of a place, told through wine. It is soil, climate, landscape, and people working together year after year. Here at Marronaia, we believe wine should express its terroir honestly, without mix or forced manipulation. If you want to keep understanding wine in a simple but meaningful way, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and come visit us in San Gimignano. We let you taste what terroir without fancy word. Cheers!